I'm gonna tell you a story that is so insane and stupid that you won't even believe that it actually happened. Now, normally I don't do story time videos, they're not really my thing, but that's mainly because I don't really have very many stories I feel is worthy of a story time video. But I can guarantee you, this one definitely does. Now, bear with me, I have pictures of somewhat proof that this actually happened for those who don't believe me, and I completely understand if you don't believe me, but that's why I got the pictures and everything. Anyway, so it was just a normal day. It was me, Bob Johnson Jr., and Kanban, and we were just kind of around in the town, not really doing much. We were pretty bored. We went over to Dollar General because we wanted some candy. We were checking out with the cashier, pretty much, and I then asked Bob Johnson Jr. if I can have some bubblegum, and he jokingly says no and starts, disciplining me in the store. We're just being goofy. We're just being silly willies. We're just being little chaps having a good old grand time in the store, acting dumb. And we weren't really bothering anyone. At least we didn't think so. Anyway, and so we were at the regular cash register with the cashier and everything, and a couple feet ahead of us there's a self-checkout, which stood this absolute bitch. And as we're doing this, she kind of turns around and looks at us and says, "Shut the fuck up!" in a very mean, bitchy way that I can't describe besides what I just showed you. Bob Johnson Jr., still in the character, he comes up to me and just starts fake crying on my shoulder. I then also start fake crying, and I start, pretending to quiver my lip in front of her, pretending to be scared because she's confronting us over something that's dumb, and, we kind of thought that she was, like, playing along with us, because it just didn't seem natural for her to just yell, "Shut the fuck up," for relatively no reason whatsoever, you know what I mean? And so then I'm like, "You made him cry, why are you so mean?" And boy did she not like that. She really started yelling at me at that point. And she starts saying, "Do you want to see mean?" And, I'm like, "Well, why are you mean? You being so mean, and I don't know why." I thought that she was joking. I honest to God, thought that she was just playing with us. I thought she was, joining the fun, you know what I mean? I mean, she looked to be about our age, a little bit older. She is a little bit older, but she looked to be about our age, so I was like, okay, whatever. And so we went along with it. She then stops checking in her things at the self-checkout and kind of speed walks over to me and comes about that close to my face where I can literally feel her breath onto me. And I'm just like... And then she continues to ask if I wanted to quote-unquote see mean. At that point I was a little bit confused, so I'm like, what? Next thing I know, my face is right here, but then it somehow ends up over here in only the matter of a half a second. I then go back to my original position, kind of confused, but still thinking that she's playing a little bit because it really was not a hard punch. It was the classic female punch. I don't mean to sound sexist, but, it was this. Fuck. Anyway, sorry about that, but yeah, that's what it was. And then, the next thing I know, she punches on this side. Except this one was significantly more harsh. This one was pretty... I've been punched in the face before, so I know what it feels like, and this honestly was not as bad as like 90% of the face punches that I've ever had. But I could tell by this one that, oh, she wasn't joking. I could tell. There was hate behind that one. There was hate behind it, for sure. And so then when I realized that she's not joking, I'm like, okay, well, no. So then I start backing up. But, she kind of just doesn't take a hint, and she just keeps going another 5 or 6 times, When she's done, she just kind of turns around and walks back over to where she was at the self-checkout, leaving me over there just standing like, what the f... And then before we left, I asked her, "So why would you do that? I was just joking with you, and I thought you were joking with me, and I don't... But you are dumb. Why do that?" She proceeds to, tell us, "Oh, you guys think you're so tough, huh? You guys think you're so tough. I could beat your ass any day." And I'm like, what? See, the problem is with this is that everyone's gonna say that I'm just telling this story and I'm lying. I am not. This literally happened. I promise. And so then we left the store, and she left the store, like, seconds after us. We were walking in separate directions because her car was over here. We didn't have a car, so we were just walking along this way. And so as she was walking to her car, she kept mouthing off, yelling at us, swearing at us. And we're like all the way across the parking lot. Like, we left. And so then I asked the two people I was with, Bob Johnson Jr. and Kanban, and I asked, like, did I do anything? Or was that just like, did I actually do something? They both kind of collectively said, like, dude, I don't think you did anything.
Some fucking women with daddy issues beat the shit out of me today.
I would have helped, but it's I can't fight back. You can't help. You can't fight them, because then they're just gonna call or some shit and be like, no.
Rilo was saying random shit in Dollar General that had nothing to do with her, and then I said, why are you mean? And then she walked up to me and then just starts punching me. Like, it was like GTA. She was an NPC from GTA. I don't know what I did.
And so before I get on to the next part, people are gonna probably ask why I didn't hit back. Well, the thing is, I do, as much as I believe in equal rights, equal fights, we were in public, and I know with me being a male and her being a female, that wouldn't look good for me, despite the fact that I didn't start it, and also despite the fact that it was a stupid reason to punch someone. I didn't punch back because I knew that all that was gonna happen was negative things. That's just how the world is. This world is corrupt because people punch other people for no reason. And so shortly after that, well, not shortly after, a few hours after that, we ended up going to my house and we told my parents what had happened. And yeah, they got the sheriff involved, and he shortly showed up to our house, and we all three kind of told our side of the story, and we wrote down our police reports and gave it to him. And yeah, so she was 17 at this time, which means that we cannot charge her as an adult, which is very, very unfortunate, because it would be so much easier, because then it could be an adult on a minor. I'm not going to tell you guys how old I am now, but I am, in fact, a minor. Now, this girl was a minor too, but she had her 18th birthday about a month after this. She is an adult now. She is 18 years old, which means that if this happened now, she'd probably be in jail. But nope, she got off scot-free because she was a month before turning 18. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but there is actually more to this story. So about a month prior to this happening, I was actually in a car crash, and it completely knocked me out, and it split open this eyelid. And it's the same eye that she gave me a black eye, so like, it's like she reopened the wound or something like that. And so basically, when I was in this car crash about a month before this whole altercation at Dollar General, I don't remember doing this because I was pretty out of it, but I got out my phone and I took a picture of myself, like, but with like a completely just disfigured eye, and it's pretty graphic. I want to show it, but I honestly can't show it on YouTube, so I can't. But anyway, so I posted that on Instagram just for the fun of it, and apparently she must have found my Instagram, because I have been getting word that she has posted that picture that I posted on Instagram of me with that bloody eye, posted it on her Snapchat story, claiming that that is what she did to me, when in reality, that picture I took after a car crash had nothing to do with her. I took that picture before I even knew who she was. So, you know, it's a little bit pathetic when, you know, you're 18, legal adult, and bragging about punching some minor in Dollar General who didn't do anything to you at all. It's really, really pathetic, but honestly, she probably just has a very sad life and just wanted to start a fight for no reason. That's my prediction. She probably wanted me to punch back, honestly. She probably actually wanted to get into a fight, but like, I'm not gonna fight for no reason, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I haven't gotten a whole lot of word from this, but every person that I've talked to, they've been on my side after they hear the story. Everyone thinks that it's just the stupidest thing ever. So yeah, 3 months ago, believe it or not, that actually happened. That was a real thing that took place in a public Dollar General. Anyway, so it's just completely stupid, but I just think it's a hilarious, stupid, wacky story that I'm gonna tell my grandchildren one day. And honestly, I think it's a pretty good story, and I'm, as stupid as it was, I'm glad that it happened, because it gives a fantastic story. Just, nah. And you know, as much as I don't do story time videos, but I'm a storyteller. If something stupid or interesting or weird happens, I gotta tell it, because it's insane. Now, I hope the pictures that I provided for you, as minimal as they actually are, I hope that that is enough to persuade you into actually taking my side and believing, you know, what happened and everything. Because, believe me, you know, if you don't believe me, I understand, but I'm really hoping these pictures that I'm showing you throughout while editing this will, in fact, you know, persuade you into believing that this is true, because I swear it is. Anyway, so I do have another story time video that I have planned out for, you know, sometime in the future about the car crash that I mentioned very briefly. I don't know what's more insane, this or the car crash. They happen in the time span of like 1 or 2 months. They happen really close together. It's actually wild. My life is kind of crazy. At least last summer was. This all happened in the summer. So if you want to hear about the car crash and how everything happened there and what happened and why it happened and what the poop and what the heck and what the fuck, then yeah, let me know, and you know, I might tell that story too. But regardless, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this video right here, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my content. I am almost to 1,000 subscribers, so if we can make that happen before Christmas, that would be poopin' awesome. So that's gonna be pretty much it. See ya.